All right, everyone. Welcome back to hour two of, or hour, quote unquote, two of Age of Rebellion here on twitch.tv slash datmenace. Just a reminder that next week this is not going to be on twitch.tv slash datmenace. This is going to be on Friendly Fire TV, where we are going to be hosting this channel and where we have our videos of the previous episodes. So make sure to check that out. We would appreciate your feedback on how we're doing and what we can do to improve the stream quality. Um, Obviously, the first step would be, for it to start on time and work, but hey, some things happen. So, Mike, why don't you go ahead and pop us in where we were at?
All right. So we left off with following Zabo through this crowd. He's drunk and doesn't really know where he's going, and he stumbles into an area between two structures in the space station, kind of like an alleyway. And he's just stumbling along, and from behind you, after you get into the alleyway a little bit, Zabo, uh, someone they shout out and said, "We had an arrangement." I thought. What do you do?
Uh-oh.
I turn around and I vomit right on the spot.
You vomit on a pair of tattered looking shoes, and he jumps back a little bit, and once you get a glimpse of him, it's Zach, the other work gang leader who you made an arrangement with to beat the crap out of Raph with, and he's got two of his buddies with him.
Now, how tall was Zach?
The
That was
correct,
Zach.
the correct question.
Well, you're a very large man, so he's slightly shorter than you are.
Okay. I say, who are you, little man?
Do you say it sensually like that?
Little man.
There's like, I mean, essentially as you could be with vomit, like, just dripping from your mouth.
Right, sure.
So very.
Says,
I don't like that.
had a bit too much to drink.
And then I burp. I just burp, like, right into his face. And then I kind of like, and I'm like, I'm sorry, friend, I didn't mean to do that.
He like waves his hand in front of his face, and he says, "Listen, you made a deal with me, and I don't like it when people go back on their word. So,
I don't remember that. Who are you?
Zach, you told me that you were going to go rough up our mutual friend, Raph, for me. And then I was going to offer you a job after that. But, you've gone back on your word now. Now, to me, you're just a liar. A bad one at that. So, the only ways that I can see that we resolve this, you can fulfill your end of the bargain, and I can watch, because I like watching. And
Well, a little voyeuristic.
then we can go
Dude.
our separate ways. Or you can continue whatever this is, and we can do to you what you were supposed to do to Raph.
He's like, there's a third option.
Enlighten me.
He pulls his, like, axe that he's been dragging behind him the whole time. He's like, I take this, and I kind of like, and he like mimes hitting something, and he's like, all of you.
Zach, the leader, he pulls out a vibro knife, and
Buzz.
the other two guys, they have like makeshift clubs out of wrenches and pipes. and they kind of do the, smack on their hands, and they say 3 against 1.
I see your point, and then I hit Zach with my axe.
Okay, let's do that then. Bop. So here's our first combat.
Oh,
So this
awesome.
is essentially how this works. It's very similar to how all the other skill checks in the game work. There's going to be a dice pool, and you're going to use your weapon skill in order to try and attack him. On our journal tab over on the right hand side, you should see combat reference, and we're going to use that to help us through combat. So we're going to determine initiative is what we're going to do first. So in your mind, since you are initiating this combat, then I'm going to say you were probably going to be rolling cool, or sorry,
Rolling
which
the
one?
cool initiative.
Yeah, rolling cool initiative since you were prepared for it, and the other 3 gentlemen are going to roll vigilance. And then initiative works differently in this game than in others, but since there's only one player character, then it's not relevant currently. Normally, there's player character initiative slots and non-player character initiative slots that you guys decide who fills which slot on each turn. And then we're gonna take turns, which are divided up into incidental actions, which are just things you can do for free. One maneuver, and you can, and maneuvers include things such as moving, aiming, assisting someone, taking a guarded stance, and we have all those actions listed on that combat reference just in case you guys need to check that out. And then you get an action, and then that round ends, and then we start the round over. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna pull up Zabo's character sheet.
So, is drawing a weapon considered an incidental?
Drawing a weapon is considered a maneuver.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. I don't see it in either. It just said minor movement or like. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. So,
Drawing weapon
and
is
it would probably be
it's
interact with an environment, really, because that's what
Yeah.
you're doing.
So we have your character sheet up there, and I'll use the dice pool for the other guys. So here's how we're gonna do that. We're gonna roll initiative. And so you're gonna roll cool, and they're going to roll vigilance.
Not the cool
Mhm.
skill check, by the way, Ian. There's 2 different kinds of initiative that you'll see at the top.
No,
of your...
yeah,
Okay.
Initiative.
it's at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let me know when you want me to do that.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make your roll because these are opposed essentially, so there's no difficulty there.
Okay.
And they're gonna roll theirs. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and whoever has more successes is gonna go first. So,
What about the guy who has advantage?
yep. So for advantage in rolling initiative, we're gonna have advantage is also gonna count towards successes.
Okay.
So if there was a tie, then whoever has more advantage would be the one to go first. But since the person who has tied doesn't have advantage, then that does a we're gonna have the player character go first in this case. So we're gonna have player character, NPC, player character, NPC, and we're just gonna take turns like that for this one.
Okay.
Okay. So you are attacking with your vibro axe.
Indeed.
let's pull that up. Zabo. Weapons, Vibro X. I'm going to double check the combat reference. So, we're going to have a dice pool here. We are engaged.
Aw.
Okay. Okay. Now I have an
I didn't know you felt that way, Mike.
idea. I do.
He didn't even bother to like get on one knee or anything. He just said we're engaged.
I guess it's a thing now.
Yep, be nice. Very
My
assertive.
parents are going to be surprised, but
Yeah, Anthony, I like that. Very assertive. We are engaged.
That's the manly thing to do.
Oh man, I did it wrong then. What do you think, Emily? Did I do it wrong?
I'm just
She
double
says
checking
nothing.
the combat reference to make
That
sure
was
I'm not
very, very good.
Okay. I think we should be good to go. So you should be able to go ahead and make your roll.
okay.
We should see how this goes.
Combat melee.
Ooh, rip.
Failure. No threat or anything, so he manages to step to the side and your vibro axe hits the deck plate, and then we're gonna have him get an opportunity to take a swing at you with his little tiny vibro knife. And so what we're gonna do is it's gonna say that Raph is making the roll, but it's Zach. They just have the same stats, so it's just gonna be the easiest way to do it there.
Okay. Wow.
Just make sure I got that right. I think. I just want to make sure that that is correct before I say that that's what happens. So.
Blah, blah, blah.
Wah, wah, wah! Oh my gosh. Is he just like dead forever?
No, no.
I mean, that's a crit.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. Just dead.
Oh, he's dead. Oh,
Big,
dead.
big dead.
Okay.
How much
That
HP do you
dice
have?
pool is
Wounds.
correct.
15. You have 15.
I have 15.
I'm gonna go back to you.
I'm not sure how much soak I was supposed to have. I feel like that was a lot.
How much is
5.
displayed?
I have 5.
So
Is that right?
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So the vibro knife does. Let me just double check its damage here. Five damage. 2 crits. Okay. So this unfortunately does not go well for you, sir. Unless I'm mistaken, that counts. Yeah, we're gonna just activate the crit once because that's what I think we should do. Okay, critical injury. Limb crippled until healed or replaced. Increase difficulty of all checks that use that limb by 1. So he, after you are off balance, he takes his vibro knife and jabs it into your arm, your left arm, and he leaves a pretty nasty gash. And you're gonna have 5, 6 damage minus your soak.
So 1.
Yeah.
Dude, nice.
So if you want to just put your wounds on there, take 1 wound. Okay. And then it's going to be your turn to try to attack again.
No, by using my axe, is that would I be using my left arm to attack?
It is a two-handed weapon. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is drop my axe and pull the vibro knife I have out,
Okay.
and then
use
attack. Yeah.
your right. Okay. So I'm gonna keep the dice pool the same there. Then, since you're not using your injured arm, you're gonna roll your vibro knife attack.
And I wanna use a destiny.
Good choice. I like it. You
He
don't
just
have
likes
the
it
button.
because he gets another one for that.
Okay. So we're gonna have an upgrade. One upgrade for you. Let me just make sure that goes on there. Okay. Go ahead and roll. Boom. All right. I like that. That's cool.
Mm.
What is our crit rating is 2 on the vibro knife. So I think it is. Let me, because yours is 3 on yours, but it's 2 on the other sheet. So I'm just gonna double check real quick here in the actual equipment. So just give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Yeah, crit is 2.
Okay.
So we can fix that in your sheet here. So we're gonna get a crit. You want to do it on Zach, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
How far away is this fight taking place from the bar that we're in?
Yeah, can we hear this?
I'm gonna give you guys a chance to hear it.
Well,
Just
I mean, like,
I'm
you know,
yelling, by the way.
I don't know if, like, maybe, I mean, this is a crowded place, right? So when when someone starts stabbing someone, I
crowd
assume that
with-
people are gonna yell, and I'm gonna hear that.
Yeah.
And
Oof. Cool. Yeah, the crowd is reacting, and so you guys can probably hear that. So, staggered. You have staggered him. Attacker may immediately attempt another free attack against you using the same dice pool. So, you get to
Nice.
attack again, buddy. And,
Awesome.
But let's make sure we get your damage on there first. The vibro knife does +1 damage. Okay. Let me make
that's Zabo,
sure.
by the way, Frosty Reaper. That's him right there.
Yeah.
Although he does kind of look like, was that Negan?
Yeah, it's Negan.
Okay, thought so.
Here's 1.
He
Okay.
feels like Negan in his soul.
2, 3, 4. 4 damage. What's his soak? 4. Okay. So he soaks the damage, but he is staggered, so you get to attack again using the same
All
dice.
right. So I'm rolling.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So didn't quite get it that time. Failed, but advantage. So you're gonna be able to not be off balance or anything or we actually have specific things we spend advantage on in combat. Because there is spending advantage, triumph, and everything. Here's something you can spend those advantage on. You can recover a strain. You can add a boost dice to the next active allied character's check, or you can notice a single important point in the ongoing conflict.
So in regards to the bonus on the ally, that would have to be someone else, right?
Since you're the only active ally in the combat currently, it can be you.
Then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, so your next check will have a boost die for it. Cool. So we're gonna have thug number 1 make an attack. And he's gonna do dice pool.
He prefers to be called Tim.
I'm sure he does.
Thug 1 is what his friends call him.
Okay.
Same.
There's my boy.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Do-do-do. Okay. Cool. He's gonna roll. I'm gonna take that away. Boop. Okay. Bad stuff for him though. So
Dude, nice.
threat.
Hey, Lamau.
As far as that. He did hit you though, so
But
here's
does
what
he actually hurt me?
That's the
probably
question.
not because of your soak,
Because of your
but
girth.
active character is going to suffer 1 strain. Active character loses the benefit of prior maneuver. How many threat did we roll on that?
2.
2. Okay, opponent may pull over. Okay, you can choose to have him suffer a strain and you can spend 2 of those threat to have him suffer 2 strain, or he's going to lose the benefit of a prior maneuver, which in this case is not applicable because there's nothing applying for him. But you can spend both of those threat to immediately perform free maneuver in response to his check, which is something like move, interact with the environment, something like that. You can't attack, but you can do something.
What's around him?
He's in an alleyway, so there's boxes, probably some trash around him, things that could be used as improvised weapons if you lose your vibro knife. I don't think there's anything that's going to do better than your vibro knife currently, though.
Okay.
So,
If
yeah.
Is there if I have something that I can do that can shock them, is that something I could do?
You could flash them. That would be shocking.
You could vomit again.
Yeah, that would also be
That's
shocking.
not what I was thinking.
Oh, I thought you said shock people.
Shock, like you're trying
Yeah.
to throw them
Like
off
Anthony
their
said,
guard.
I want to throw up on all of them.
Okay, we can do that as a maneuver. Sure. You want to throw up one of their faces, maybe?
If that's a
The
That's
guy
what the
target that I
DM
can
recommends.
do.
I mean,
the guy that just attacked you.
Well, now that you've said it, yes, I'll throw up
Yeah.
on him.
Okay. He's gonna.
Now that you mention it.
He's gonna lose his next turn. So. That's what's
I'm
gonna...
actually a vomit bender.
Yeah.
So.
That's
Oh, there
so
you go.
nasty.
All right.
Is that
hey man,
is
you
that
gotta
like
make
the
a living.
you know how each one of those styles, like the Earthbender, the Airbender, they're all styled after actual like martial arts schools. That's got to be like the drunken fighter one. You
Drunken
just
master.
you just
yeah.
and then you just vomit on them.
Oh, sure.
That's disgusting. That's truly revolting.
Sorry. Okay. Your turn. Would you like to attack, or do you want to do anything else besides attack?
I'll hit the other thug that hasn't attacked yet.
Okay.
At what point, Mike, can we like make a roll to see if we can hear this?
Right now.
Great. Which roll do I roll?
I'm gonna roll perception. Let me make the dice pool correct for you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it on that. Okay. So that's the 3 of you that's in the bar.
Oof.
Get to...
Oof.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
That's
not
that
right.
good. Mmm.
That's not right.
Love
Give me
to.
a second.
What? No.
Do you need? Just let me know.
I'm
when to
talking
roll.
about it was too difficult. It wasn't supposed to be that hard.
What are you talking
No,
about? It was
there's-
easy, baby.
There's dice in someone's pool somewhere.
Probably mine from the other perception check.
They're still in your pool, Lark. There we go. But we're gonna keep that success, for you.
Thank you.
It was still a good success for you. Yeah. Because of that triumph, you can just, everyone, all y'all hear it.
I
Lark
like
is on the lookout.
I look up for my drink, and I just like reach into my pocket and very slowly, like there's no rush. I just kind of like slide the credits that I need to slide to the bartender, and I
Okay.
kind of elbow Eos, and I'm like, "You ever heard of Greta get stabbed?"
Well,
This requires a
guess-
response. Have you ever heard a Tigretta get stabbed?
We can't hear you, Emily.
You
I
muted,
think you're
girl.
muted.
Oh,
Hi.
hello. Hi.
There
Oh,
we
welcome
go.
back.
I am here.
Yes, you are.
Get her.
So,
So my answer was no.
oh, I said, well, you're wrong. You just heard it. We need to go. And I just kind of like skewed out the bartender. I'm like, Bibo, come on. And I just kind of like, I'm out of here. Very,
Should we-
very, very subtly.
I look at Jason. I'm like, we have a situation. I don't know if I want to drag you into this. So,
Says, you guys, yeah, I don't want any part of it. You guys take care of it.
all right.
So,
See you later, man.
yep. All right, so you guys will arrive at the beginning of the next round.
Okay,
So-
as I walk out, I don't really know what a cocking mechanism looks like on a blaster pistol, but I do that
Nice.
motion, and I hold it up in the air as I'm walking out of the bar.
Okay. People give you odd looks, you know.
Yeah, well,
People,
I like.
people are already spreading out and trying to get away from. You can easily tell where everything's coming from because that's where everyone is running away from.
Sure.
You know.
So, I open the door to the bar and I imagine I see this kind of like sea of people kind of moving this way, and obviously I
Yep.
see Zabo because he's like a giant. And I see the other people there, like fighting him yet, or is it still obstructed?
He's in an alleyway, so you don't see him yet unless you're at the entrance to the alleyway. Which we're not yet because that's not the beginning of the next round.
Okay, understood.
But it is your turn again. You are doing what this turn?
I was attacking the thug that hadn't attacked yet.
Let me get your dice pool back up to where it's supposed to be. Okay. Go ahead and make your attack with your vibro knife. Oof. There you go. All right. We're gonna
Ooh.
double check our spending stuff.
No, that was my axe. Does that?
I think they use the same skill.
Okay.
Let's double check your sheet here.
They're both melee, so.
They're both melee, so they both use the same skill. Yeah, so the dice result would have been the same. It's just
Okay,
it's going to
okay.
be different for us. So we can spend triumph. You can, automatically have a crit, is what you can do, or you can upgrade the difficulty of your target's next attack. You can upgrade the active or allied character's next check, or you can do something vital to turn the tide of the battle. Or you can do a crit with that triumph.
I think this time I'll do the crit.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Crit it is. And I'm pretty sure that we can have multiple crits on the same hit because of how that works. So, yep. We're going to do it that way. Back onto Raph. Where you at, boy? Where's your character sheet? And by Raph, I mean Zach. Sorry, boy.
Yeah, he could show up too. Get the whole party going.
2 crits. Can't perform free maneuver on next turn. He's distracted. Slightly dazed. This is on dude number 3. And we're going to also do your damage. Which on that particular weapon is 3, right? And his... Yep. All right.
Now,
He
Um,
is dead.
Wow,
oh,
just actual dead.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
That thug is dead.
Nice.
Okay.
glad I critted him.
Yeah. So we are gonna go to Zach is gonna take a turn. And he is this wasn't on him, so yeah, we're gonna just do this. Since he's not actually there. Weapons. He's gonna attack. Okay.
Well then.
Fabulous.
So what does that mean when he fails but also gets a triumph
Well,
and a ton of advantage?
if that means he succeeded,
Okay.
you know,
I figured.
triumph will overrule that.
Sure.
If at first you don't succeed,
Triumph. I'll
triumph.
crit them for a
Because
billion.
triumph counts as a success, and so
That makes sense.
unfortunately though, that means another crit for you. Compromise. Increase difficulty of all skill checks by 1 difficulty die until end of the encounter. Alright, yeah, so with his attack, he takes his vibro knife and he takes a wide swing with it, and you try to back out of the way a little bit, and he cuts like the above your eye, and so you have blood running down into your eye, and that's what's going to make things more difficult for you for the rest of the encounter. And this is the time where we're going to have the rest of you show up.
Do we
And we're
roll
gonna-
initiative?
Yeah, we're going to re-roll initiative for everyone involved.
Okay. Do I get to roll cool? Since I kind of I know what's
Yes,
happening.
Definitely do.
Okay.
I think everyone's going to roll cool for this
Sweet.
one.
Sweet.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, Bebo, you did just follow me out, right? When I got up and
Yeah.
left. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't recall if you had said you came with us or if you were just beep boop at the bar.
Looking for my.
So-
There's my cool. Boop.
Let me just, hold on. Yeah.
I
Oh.
did it.
That was 'cause-
yeah.
That was because there was a few dice left in the GM dice pool. So
Wow, that sure is a lot.
Please
Whose fault is
reroll.
that?
please re-roll, Bebo.
I would be happy to. How cool am I?
So,
So cool.
So-
Oh wait, hold on. You're not rolling your cool skill. You're rolling cool initiative.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry. Well,
Where's my cool initiative?
It's at the top of your skill list.
yeah, right under the skill thing. Is,
Oh, there it is. Initiative cool. Gotcha.
Nice.
Better.
Right.
yes.
Shall I roll, Mike?
Yep.
Oof.
You're so
Yeah.
so prepared. All right, you're gonna get to go first, Lark.
Okay.
And, or rather, player character slot's gonna be created there. So we're gonna have, now that there's more involved, I'm gonna have to actually start taking track of this. So we're gonna
Aw.
have a PC slot. Then we're gonna have 1, 2. Go. Cool. Yep. Cool.
Are you setting up
Alright.
the dice? Oh, okay. Go ahead.
We have PC slot to go first. Who would like to take the first action?
I sure would.
You guys, alrighty.
Do it.
I would like to point my blaster pistol at the back of thug number 2, whichever the thug that isn't dead, that also isn't Nathan. Because I assume this is how I picture it in my mind. I turn the corner to the and when I say Jason, I mean what's his name? Nathan?
Zach.
Zach. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tim? Is it Bob?
You got it kind of right.
Yeah, that's close-ish. Jason. Okay. Anyway, so I imagine that like I look down the alleyway and I can see Zabo like just with it. He has his vibrox in his hand, right?
Vibro knife.
Right. So his vibro
'Cause
knife.
His,
So
his left arm is kind of limp at his side with
Sure.
blood streaming down it.
Sure. So I see like this big Tigretta like holding a knife and like getting ready to like do another like blow, but also like there's like blood off his face and stuff, and then I see these two smaller guys standing in front of him. That's how I imagine it. So the two guys are between us and Zabo. So
Yeah.
So I pull out my blaster pistol and I just aim it at the one and I set it to stun and then shoot at him.
Cool.
Because I have the stun setting on that gun.
Oh yes,
gonna-
me too.
Dude, nice.
So I'm gonna make sure that we have all of our combat tracker here correct. So
And by the way, Mike, on the Roll20 app, if you want to use the rings to the right, that would be beneficial for the sake of the stream being able to see more. Okay, thank you.
so you guys are short range, and for you use light ranged, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So in that case, I just want to make sure ranged light. So chart one. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be an easy shot for you. Or at
Okay.
least it should. Dice pool is set. If you'd
Fire
like
the
to-
missiles.
Okay.
There we go.
What happened? That looks like a success to me.
Yes, it does.
Cool. And what's your crit rating on your blaster pistol?
Well, let's find that out. Crit rating. Hmm.
I don't know if you have it.
I don't see a
Input
crit rate.
there.
Oh, there.
Yeah, you don't have any of those input for your weapons.
No, I do
currently?
have it for the sniper rifle, but I don't have it for my blaster pistol. One moment, let me look it up.
I know that my blaster
have-
pistol is 3 for crit. I don't know if you have the same one as me though.
I think we
Light
have
blaster
different ones.
pistol. I think you guys do.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light blaster pistol, damage 5, crit is 4 for light blaster pistol. So
Oh.
you don't quite have enough there.
Mine says crit 3 on this Star Wars RPG index.
Okay, we'll use that
Okay.
instead. So we still don't quite have enough advantage to
Okay.
activate crit
Sure.
for you, but you are going to be able to deal your damage, and each additional success is going to get you +1 damage.
Sure, but
So
just a reminder that I'm stunning this guy.
you're going to. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
It's
So
on stun setting, so I'm not trying to kill him.
okay, but how for NPCs? Then they don't have a strain threshold like
Sure.
player characters do. They take strain as regular damage, and then if they go below 0 on their threshold from strain damage, then they go unconscious instead
Oh.
of dying.
Okay,
essentially.
understand. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yep. So his threshold is okay. Yeah, he's unconscious.
Cool.
Yeah.
Buzz buzz.
Very good.
At that point, Zach, he was going in for another swing, but he like puts his hands up when he sees that people have guns now.
I say to Zach, I don't really know what's going on here, but look, the dude's big, and he's a little bit drunk, and there's gotta be a better way for us to figure this out. Look, is he dead? That's not, is that guy dead? And I point to that guy, like the guy that's,
Yeah.
I'm like, is that guy
He's
dead?
got-
He's dead,
he's
isn't he?
got a big freaking gash in his chest.
I'm like, look,
Eating.
why, was that worth it? Really? Come on. And I like load up another stun round, I guess, and I'm just like,
Yeah, and Zabo would probably he probably is so drunk that he hasn't noticed people have shown up, and he just goes to hit Zach again
oh my gosh.
as soon as he
Okay.
can.
Yeah, he's distracted, so we're gonna do that. Let me do the dice pool. Dice pool. He is distracted. We're gonna have that, but we're gonna do that. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like take my karambit, which so it's like jutting out of like down here, and I kind of like go like
Kajutting?
this at him.
Kajut-
Yeah,
Kajutting out.
Kajutting.
freaking grammar Nazis in this
Whoa.
call.
Kajutting isn't even close.
Go
Anyway.
ahead and roll your attack with your vibro.
I like to think it's part cutting, part cutting, but
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Nice.
Let's see. That's damage. I feel like the 3 damage isn't right. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. Let's check his threshold. Yeah.
And so, quick question: when it says critical, like on my weapon? How does that trigger a critical exactly?
So the critical number is how many advantage symbols on a dice roll are required to activate crit for that weapon.
So by getting 2 now, I've crit with it.
Did you get 2? You did get 2
Yeah.
advantage, and it is 2 crit. So yeah,
Okay.
crit. So we'll run up another crit for him here.
Yeah, and if my equipment isn't up to isn't correct, then I apologize because I was using a third-party program to do that, get that info. So
He's on his ass, and he's got the wind knocked out of him. He's gonna suffer strain. Cool. Yeah, he is incapacitated at the moment. He's not unconscious, but he's doubled over on the ground. So what next, guys? Didn't
I-
kill him.
So he's knocked prone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I look at Bebo and I'm like, we should probably stop Zabo here. And
you don't have to worry about that because as this happens, Zabo kind of like he looks like he's going for another attack, and then he like totters, and then he just falls slowly backwards onto his back.
As I like say that, I kind of like motion back. I'm like, never mind. It looks like you did a great job. Nice one, Bebo. All right. I'm like, damage control. What do we do here? So Zach, and I just kind of like walk over to him, and I'm assuming that everyone's kind of walking with me.
Right. I'm with you.
Bebo.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I walk up, and I'm like, I feel like I'm like looking down at Zach as he's laying prone. I'm like, dude. And that's all I say. Dude.
Yeah, he's got his arms around his gut. He's got the wind knocked out of him because he got stabbed
Yeah.
in the gut.
That would do it.
You know. But yeah, you guys might want to X-nay. Get out of there before the.
Well,
the
Zabo's
darks show
passed
up.
out again, so
Yeah.
we don't really have much. That's not the opportunity, I think, at this point. I look at
Well,
Bebo.
he's not passed out. He's actually just lying there on his back, kind of heads. He's just kind of like
All right. Well, I'm
eyes
not
are all
dragging
rolling
him.
around him.
I'm not dragging him around. So I look at Bebo and I say, you're better at talking to these type of guys. You want to talk to Zach? I'm gonna go check on Zabo. And I like just
Sure.
walk over to Zabo.
Okay. What you do, Bebo?
I kind of put my hands up, outstretched to him, and I say, "Hello, human."
He like pushes your hand away.
I recoil in horror as if he is striking at me. Human, what is our quarrel?
He's starting to try to get up, and he's like,
I'm gonna help him up.
he pushes you away.
I help him up.
Forcefully.
How far up do you help him? Like
Firmly.
up or like up?
I take him from the ground and put him onto his feet, but I don't let go.
Okay.
Not like
Or attempt to.
Simba at Pride Rock.
No.
You don't let go.
No.
What you said? Yeah.
I pick him up. Yes.
And do you release him after you pick him up?
No.
He's
He's
restrained.
trying to get away. He's trying to like push you off.
My elbows are just locked. I'm not moving at all.
He's
Yeah.
squirming. He's squirming.
He's squirming, but he can't get away. He's a little weakened at the moment.
Human, why are you in distress?
Get off me, you stupid robot. He says.
I hear that now. You don't want to say that.
I pick him up slightly off the ground.
He's like kicking his feet. Like, what?
Where are you going, human? Do you need medical attention, human?
I'm going away from here.
And then what, human?
I don't know. Just find someone to help me stitch up these wounds?
Do I have the ability to help him stitch up his wounds?
I have one medical ability.
Oh, nice.
I know that I have that.
That's pretty good.
Zabo does, but I don't think he's qualified at this point in time.
That all depends on whether or not he is willing to allow you guys to help him.
Is an unconscious
not.
person able to contest medical aid?
No.
Okay, good to know.
Oh.
Just stun him with your stun.
Well, I mean
pistol.
that's the next step, I think. Yeah.
We can mend your wounds, human.
I can get
If you
my own
want.
help. Thank you very much. He's continuing to try to get away.
I'm gonna let him onto the ground now.
Yeah, he tries to push past you and leave the alleyway.
Is Lark the only one with the tracking device? It's still on the governor, isn't
It's
it?
still on Pask actually.
Ask,
or,
even.
Yeah, it's on Pask.
Okay. All right. We're all good.
Do we want to take our last break here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be back at 8:20 p.m. Like I said earlier, excuse me, we are going until 9 o'clock tonight, and then we'll be back next week. So make sure to stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thanks.